This is the Rest of Everest video podcast, an almost unabridged expedition experience. Episode 15, The Puja.
Well, hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the Rest of Everest video podcast. I'm John Miller. I am wrapping up my vacation in Maine, and I almost didn't put out an episode this week because I was so relaxed. And then I got a couple of emails from some viewers who said that they really look forward to the middle of the week because of the episodes are always released on Wednesday. And I just couldn't let anyone down. So I just also want to say that for those people who are really diehard fans of the show, there's a lot more stuff on the website. Check out the episode pages. Every week I try to put a really detailed description of the podcast. It's like a journal entry. And then I also add some extra, emails or letters or dispatches we sent back while we were on the trip below the description of every episode. And everything kind of helps fill out the gaps and really complete the story. So in any case, let's head back to base camp and let's join in on the puja ceremony. Okay, so these are the final preparations, getting ready for the ceremony. All of those pads there, those are the pads that we were actually sleeping on. Nomad actually had some really nice sleeping pads for base camp. Things obviously got more austere the higher you went up, but base camp, like I've said before, was really luxurious, and so we had these really thick sleeping pads, and they were just wonderful. You'll see there that's a case of Coca-Cola and a case of Pabst Blue Ribbon, known also as PBR, and you could always get some PBR in Tibet. It was kind of took me by surprise. This is all of the equipment that was going to be blessed as well, and that blue thing right there, that's actually my laptop computer. I'm actually using that computer right now. But yeah, kind of gives you good luck on any of the equipment that you want, and I have to admit that all of that equipment was definitely blessed because it worked really well. Not everyone's did.
Milk tea.
So this girl here is pouring tea and she's handing it to me, and then I realized it was the hottest cup I'd ever had in my hand ever. You can hear me moaning there. Really burnt my hand off. Here she is giving it to me on the right side. Here I am walking around. You can hear me scream again.
Please come in.
What the chant is saying?
It's a mandala offering cosmology.
Okay.
I don't know a whole lot, but it's pretty deep.
Is it a mantra?
Mandala, offering mandala.
Okay.
It's a type of prayer.
Okay, Lhawang there is inviting other people to come up and join us, as we were trying to share just about everything that we had. And some of the other teams didn't have the opportunity to have a puja ceremony,
Please come up.
and so we invited whomever was passing by. That guy right there, that's Tom Masterson on the left. He's a person that I met. Actually found out he lives just a town over from me in Colorado. And he was climbing with a Russian team. And we became really close friends, and very close friends with the team. And they actually, I think I met them just the day before, and they ended up joining us for the puja ceremony. You'll see them a little bit later. The puja ceremony was organized, but also had a lot of breaks in it, where we just sit around drinking tea. And this is not butter tea. That was chai. It was delicious, and we had it every day. It's just wonderful stuff. Now you can see why we built our stupa, our little chorten there. There's some Russians I see there, so more people are joining us. It's filling out a little bit. So in the last episode I mentioned that these girls here who were up to help were wearing specific fashions. The hat that she's wearing, there were a bunch of girls at base camp wearing hats just like that, and they seemed to have to get them just so. And so that was definitely the style, that was the trend, that was in fashion at base camp for some of the girls. And there were a few teams of them just wearing basically the same, almost seemed like a uniform, but it wasn't. It was just that was the in thing to wear. So the fashion trends and cliques reach all the way up to Everest Base Camp in Tibet. You're so busy preparing for the climb once you arrive at base camp that one of the nice things about the ceremony was that it just gave us all a time to really just sit around and just really take everything in. And you were supposed to just relax, reflect, and listen to these prayers being said, and it was just really a nice time. He's throwing rice over himself right there and over the sculptures that you can see, the sculptures in the background there that he created just earlier in the day, which was in the last episode. See that thermos that she has? Those are glass-lined thermoses, and they are everywhere in Tibet. I believe it's a Chinese thing, and they're just everywhere. And it can keep tea or water hot for days, just steaming hot for days. They work really well, surprisingly well. You could see Lhawang in that previous shot just motor up that slope, which for me was not that easy. Again, we're above 17,000 feet here, so it's not so easy to motor anywhere. That there is Dawa, our cook and base camp manager. And now the prayer flags are all set up. And as far as I know, those are still there. They might not be standing, but they're probably still at base camp, because you don't seem to take prayer flags down once you've put them up. Right there, that's Boka. Boka Lama. I believe that nickname, it's actually a nickname. I'm not exactly sure what his real name is, but I think it has to do with the fact that they say he looks like a goat because of his beard. And he's very small and very tough. I just love watching this footage because I was so transfixed by the whole ceremony, and it was so interesting to film, and it was so different from anything I'd experienced back in the U.S. And it really it really cemented my interest in the culture out here. And it just, we're all sitting around, sort of just quiet with our sort of this gaze on our face, because we don't really understand what's happening, but it's just really cool to watch. You can see another Russian climber in the yellow jacket there. That's Marina. So this is the end of the puja ceremony. I remember that really surprising me when that happened. And then everyone started laughing. Well, that was a really, really fun afternoon. I hope everyone really enjoyed it. That's probably some of the most of a puja ceremony that I've ever seen put out on the internet, and I hope everyone got sort of a really good idea of all the different things that are involved in a puja ceremony. The whole thing took about 45 minutes or so, about an hour, and just, really interesting stuff. So next episode, we have a little bit of a party after the puja, and we get a lot of really interesting characters joining us, so we'll show you that next time. And I'm going to sign off from the coast of Maine. Next week I'll be back in Colorado, and I hope everyone will join us then. Thanks so much.
The Rest of Everest is downloaded all over the world every week. If you enjoy watching and would like to show your support, then take a look at my website. Aside from having lots of additional blog entries from the expedition updated every week, there's this little donation button on every page. Now, many of you have pressed that button, and your generous contributions are helping to cover my hosting fees. If you haven't donated but would like to, then just contribute any amount. In return, I'll give you access to the video and audio dispatches I sent out while we were actually at Everest. It's pretty interesting stuff. Contribute $25 or more, and I'll even throw in an iPod-compatible version of the film Everest: The Other Side. That's the project the entire podcast here is based on. As always, our announcer is Marlon May, and our music is provided by Wendy Wu. Check her out at wendywu.com. Thanks so much, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for watching The Rest of Everest. For more information on the expedition, please visit therestofeverest.com.